what are your batteries?
So I've got 200 amp hour lithiums,
Right.
under Graham's butt there. There's I tried to make them watertight. I didn't ventilate them because they don't off gas, and I just wanted, if it flooded, I wanted everything to be dry. So I tried to do all the electrics as waterproof as I could, or water resistant as I could. So it's got 2 down there, and then in order for the rules, if you're going to run an electric autopilot, you have to have a separate battery for it.
Right.
And so
There's some logic to that.
Yeah,
so you don't drain everything else.
Exactly. So your autopilot doesn't run, your house battery's dead, and then you've got no chart plotter, nav lights, or
But
anything.
you got a wind vane, so.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
have a separate autopilot?
I do have an electric autopilot.
For light air?
Yeah, exactly. For light air and for, close to shore and stuff like that. But, so what I did was I built 2 separate 100 amp hour systems. Basically, I have a 100 amp hour battery and a 100 amp hour battery. And they're 2 independent systems, but they are both capable of powering the house loads.
And they're separate of the 200 amp out in the house?
No. So I have 100 amp hours and 100 amp hours.
Oh, I got
That's
you.
the 200. I have a 100 amp hour battery and a 100 amp hour battery. And they're 2 independent battery systems, effectively.
That's not a lot, but if you're not pulling much, that's a lot.
Yeah, totally. It only pulls 2.5 amps when everything is going.
Right.
And so I have 2 independent battery monitors, and basically both batteries are capable of powering the house loads, but when you switch on the autopilot, they separate.
Okay.
So when the autopilot is on, it's 100 and 100, and when the autopilot is off, you have 200 for the house.
So the worst it could do would be drain half it.
Right. Yep. Auto guy, obviously in the video you say that it's okay to cut this out.
Yeah.
I left mine in. Just because,
Nice
you're already
handle.
holding on to it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not cutting it out. I figure it makes the boat stiffer, if nothing else, and it gives me something to grab onto.
Cool.
Yeah, so I left mine in. Some guys cut them out. And yeah, I added a bulkhead under the seat to divide it into 3.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
there's 3. Oops, sorry.
So
there's 3 storage. 3 storage compartments.
I like them nut caps.
Yeah, I made those out of starboard. Or had my buddy machine them out of a piece of 2-inch starboard. He's got a machine shop. He turned them on the lathe for me.
I mean, you could put like floorboards,
You
but it
could.
just adds weight.
It adds weight and it reduces the headroom. Some guys put it just over this spot because the water jugs are going to go right here. I have 4 water jugs.
Okay.
I have one pickup. I have a saltwater pickup, which is like, I've only got 2 underwater through holes. The sink drain and the saltwater pickup.
Okay.
And all my through holes are those Marilon Pro valves, so I didn't have to bond anything. Everything, the only underwater metal is the keel and the lower pintle of the rudder.
Okay.
And so I got a saltwater pickup, and then this one just goes to this hose right here, which I just run into the jugs, so that's my freshwater pickup.
Okay.
So yeah, some guys, so the water jugs will all be right here, and that's how I'll get that. But some guys built a little floor just to cover that part. I have some more of that Raptor deck.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put some Raptor
Oh,
deck
yeah,
on here,
yeah, good
just
idea.
to kind of give you something to keep you from bashing your knees on it.
All right.